Alright, this one's actually kind of easy. This is a 2009 Dodge 1500 Ram with the, I think it's 5.7 Hemi in it. They're in a P304 misfire code. Found the culprit. It's right there. Yeah, mouse done chewed them things right in half. That's kind of what happens. You live in the country, park something for a little while and don't use it. The mice get up there, chew the wires in half. Luckily, these are the only ones that I can see that the mice have actually mucked with. You can tell up here they're trying to eat their way into the cab with all the insulation they've been chewing off up there on the firewall. But that right there is pretty damn close to the clip, so I don't know if I'll be able to do anything with that, or I might have to go to the junkyard and find me a clip and some wire and cut it off and redo it that way. But we'll figure something out. Be back in a little bit. Okay, so our injector was stuck. This is the clip that comes out of there, but the other part was actually stuck on the injector, so I popped the whole rail off and pulled the injector out. We're going to go see about soldering her. There's not a whole lot left. Okay, so this is the one we got from AutoZone, part number 948. This is their universal clip that comes with the set, and it did not match up very well with this one from the Dodge. So I went ahead and pulled this connector apart. I got one of them out to where you can look and see that those ends are damn near identical, and that's what you need to work. So we're going to rebuild this connector with these new parts from AutoZone. Get it all buttoned up, show you what it looks like, and hopefully it works. We got plenty of wire there to splice in to the wiring harness too, so that's good. Okay, so this is what it looks like after all said and done. Put the water gasket back on. Of course, the nipples aren't sticking out of the bottom like they were factory. I did shove those water gaskets back down on those wires, because those actually hold those wires in there tight against that part of the connector, so that's why I put them back in there. I did color one of these wires, this one right here on the outside, because these wires they didn't have any, there wasn't one of them with a line on it, so I had to draw my own line on it. And now it's back to go solder that in place and see if she works. Do a linesman splice on these wires. Make an X, and you wrap it around the one side. For that one, you wrap it around this side. For that one, that splice right there, you can pull on it and pull on it and pull on it. It just makes it tighter. It's a very hard splice to pull back apart. Okay, so our O-ring come off the injector when we pulled it out, and put it back in without the O-ring because it fell right down on top of the valve cover back in the corner there. We couldn't see it, and it was leaking gas all over the place, so can't solder that. So we found the O-ring, put her back together. She's not leaking, but it is awful gassy, so we're gonna give it a little while before we try to solder them wires with fire. Alright, so we're just kind of checking her out.
Stand dry.
Waiting for that to defume up there in the engine bay with all that gasoline. Just running a little scan real fast. See what it has on it still. Haven't tried to start it yet. Getting ready to. Let's go ahead and read all of them. Cylinder 4 is still in there. Injector circuit open. Cylinder 4. Injector circuit open. Pending. Okay. So let's back out of there. We can go and erase all those codes. Zero codes remaining. Okay, now I'm going to shut this down and start this up. No engine light. The old man says there's no gas leaking out there. So we'll go ahead and solder wires and then take her for a test drive. Alright, there they are. All done, all wrapped up. See how the goo's coming out the end there on the wire? That's good stuff. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Love, hate, hardknocksforge@gmail.com. Don't send me any panties because they never fit.